You may start when you are ready.
How do modern technological advancements affect social interactions today? By Lucy Gordon. Argument. Modern technological advancements have detrimentally impacted social interactions and our ability to communicate as a society. The workforce. Reduced technology use in the workforce can be extremely beneficial. According to Abramovitz, 29, who is an accredited writer of over 30 years and has published many books and magazines, oftentimes those who work an office job use email or text as a main form of communication. This decreases the relationships that are able to be formed and increases the amount of miscommunications that may be exhibited. When measures are taken to reduce technological communication and promote face-to-face interactions, coworkers will be more likely and further encouraged to build relationships, which will decrease miscommunications due to context being visible, such as body language and tone. Education. Decreasing the use of technology in education serves many benefits, such as improved learning and better relationships with peers. According to Abramovitz 15, the most common and visible examples of those frequently texting, participating in video games, or utilizing technology are teens and younger adults. The utilization of that technology in an educational setting not only distracts teens and children from paying attention, but also removes them from important social interactions necessary for social development, leading to lower quality education as well as fewer relationships with peers. According to Bledsoe, an accredited Tribeca leadership expert, important skills such as problem solving and critical thinking are seemingly unnecessary to develop in the way that it was prior due to the internet. Due to the lack of problem solving skills, students may struggle to interact with one another or an instructor, whereas when face-to-face interactions are promoted, interactions between others are productive, effective, and simple. Daily life. We use technology constantly in daily life, which can lead to many mental health problems and self-isolation. When promoting phone-free environments and unplugged activities, it allows people to make those necessary social connections that were once lost. According to Elle Sanchez, a recipient of the 21st Century Award, technological advancements have impacted cultural norms such as politeness. If we do not enact solutions to promote face-to-face interactions, politeness when conversing will only continue to decline due to the lack of interactions typically had. When speaking over the phone, it allows people to forget that the other person speaking to has emotions, which can carry into face-to-face interactions and appear extremely impolite. Similarly to our complex interactions, plants, according to Jabir, a notable writer from the New York Times, wrote their interactions are subtle and sophisticated. We as humans demonstrate the same sophistication when speaking. However, when digitalization takes over, we lose that. Solution 1. Unplugged activities. While this solution sounds simple, taking time away from technology can improve our life in many ways, especially socially. In this picture, it demonstrates two girls enjoying time socially rather than being on devices. According to Rogers, a professor at Marshall University, society largely uses technology as an aid for a multitude of tasks, such as talking to others or learning in various settings, leading people to lack the ability to complete these tasks without that aid. With the need for a technological crutch, our interactions become less personable and social skills decline. Activities such as yoga, clubs, camps, etc. can encourage in-person interactions and promote social skills. I would advertise and promote this idea through flyers, social media, and other forms of communication. Implications. Face-to-face interactions promote positive mental health. Whenever interacting in person, it gives a sense of inclusion that cannot be achieved online and prevents people from self-isolating. People are extremely reliant on technology. It is used as a crutch in many situations, and as society becomes more digitalized, people are forced to rely on technology despite their wishes. Social skills will improve. If social interactions are promoted, by default, social skills will improve and interactions will become higher quality. Limitations. When implementing my solution, many limitations will be present, such as funding. When advertising these clubs, camps, etc., and putting them on, you will need funding in order to host, which may or may not be available. Another limitation is transportation. Not everyone will have access to transportation in order to attend these, therefore, they will not be accessible to all. And lastly, schedules. Everyone has work, school, etc., and extracurriculars that can get in the way of completing these tasks. Solution 2, restricting phone use. My next solution will restrict phone use not only in schools and workplaces, but also in restaurants and just dinner time in general to promote face-to-face interaction. I use this picture of the phone and the lock to symbolize how as a society we need to put a lock on our technology and put it away sometimes in order to focus on communication. According to Abramovitz, a 2013 study found that 45% of people surveyed admitted to texting, emailing, or phoning family members in the same house rather than in person. The rate of in-person interactions are rapidly declining, which is causing people to become more accustomed and reliant on technology and lose the need or desire for face-to-face interactions, further isolating themselves from face-to-face communication, which is a larger contributor to the inability to communicate in person. Implications. People exhibit a severe attachment to technology. Due to the digitalization of society, people are forced to constantly use technology, which is hindering the ability to communicate effectively. And then people also may not abide by these rules, so when putting rules in place in schools, workplaces, or even restaurants, there's not a surefire way to enforce these. For example, in a restaurant, you can't really take someone's phone, and in a workplace, I mean, you can put restrictions, but there's no guarantee people will abide by that. Limitations are phone restrictions would be incredibly difficult to enforce due to, as workers, like public workers and educators, there are a few consequences you can put in place. People, therefore, may not abide by the rules set, and there aren't consequences. And then the lack of authority goes with that, as a lack with no punishments being able to be set in place. People aren't going to listen. And then importance. According to Reimer, a writer for National Geographic, who held many professor positions, including at MIT and Berkeley's Graduate School of Journalism, one language dies every 14 days, which is contributed to by the digitalization of society and lack of social skills and face-to-face interactions, therefore leading to the loss of languages and forms of communication. In conclusion, through implementation of unplugged activities and restriction of phone use, the communication barrier can be broken down, allowing society to remove the technological crutch and restore social interactions.
Okay. So for your first question, what information did you need that you were not able to find or to locate?
So when making my solutions, I looked for statistics in regards to things that had already been implemented, but that wasn't very easy to find. I couldn't find many regarding that.
Okay. Let's see. How was your conclusion in conversation with the body of literature or other research studies or sources that you examined?
So my conclusion was that I drew personally was that the technological advancements had negatively impacted society's communication standards, and through my research from experts and professors, they also drew that technological advancements have made our social skills be on the decline, despite positive advancements in technology.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Miss Madeline will be next. Let me get your stuff pulled up there.
Hey, Miss Saunders,
Yes, dear.
the thing, I have like other things that have to try.
They're only supposed to be 20 seconds. Yeah.
Did I want that?
Okay. You can tell us what it's about.
Okay. Or can you watch like 2 seconds of it?
Well, I can't come over here and start it and stop it because it just wouldn't work.
Okay.
No offense, but it wouldn't work that
Oh,
way.
that's fine.
Okay, make sure that this is set. Okay.
And it's the middle bit?
It's the right arrow.
Okay.
Make sure you're in here. Yeah, you are. Okay. Start that.